one, it doesn't matter. Okay, so welcome back, guys. I'm just going to kick off immediately for those that are online right now. Those that are not online, it's obvious they were not listening towards the end of the first time. Okay, so the breaker block strategy, somebody just told me, oh, it's a concept on the ICT, which I don't know. I've never watched any ICT video, and I don't think I am going to watch for now. I'm not interested because there is a lot of noise about it, and I don't want to get myself entangled with the noise. But once I start watching it, I might get entangled with the noise and be like, oh, this noise, these people are doing great, they are doing great, so let me be a part of them, you know, that kind of thing. And I think it's not just necessary for my mindset right now. Okay, so, but I have been studying on my own. I discovered it on my own. Nobody showed me. I didn't see it anywhere before now. And it's important that I learn it the way I understand it. And then maybe when I get a professional outlook for it, I can now build on what I have learned and what I have observed in the market. Okay, because every strategy that you know today, somebody saw it in the chart and backtested it, and it became a strategy. ICT guy saw it backtested it, and it became a strategy, right? So, and they just gave it name, right? They will just give it a name and just call it something. You now hear IPDA, this one SC, this one break structure, BOS, chalk. All those things are just names. I could give it whatever name I feel like giving it. Change of character. Now, human being, when they get character, you feel me? So everybody is just trying to build something, okay? So whatever strategy, when you are backtesting, whatever you are seeing that works very well over time, start putting it into test. I took like 3 trades of the same strategy on Thursday and Friday. I made a lot of losses, but I took some trades of that same strategy and they all went into profit. So that shows that it is working perfectly. Okay, so why I'm a little bit skeptical about the move to the downside is we are obviously a little bit more bullish on GU than any other thing right now, right? We are more bullish on GU. Personally, I am more bullish on GU. So let me not say we. I am personally more bullish on GU. Okay, I'm bullish on GU because we've broken structure. We had the chalk. We've had the spring, we've had another chalk, we've had another break of structure, pull back to fill up everything here, and then push up. But then there are some things that needs to be filled up here. But mind you, there were a lot of things to fill up here. Price never came back to those places, right? We have liquidity here. You can see all that. Price never came back. It went down to hellfire, and it might create another bunch of liquidity while it is going up. Create another bunch of FEGs while it is going up. So it's not in your place to say, oh, it will always come back and fill it. It might not. It might not. But to be very fair, I'm expecting a push down to this point. But according to the breaker block strategy now, boom, that is a block there. That block created imbalance, created liquidity, also broke structure here. Also broke structure here. Here you see. It also broke structure here, like that. Also broke structure there. And then in your mind, you are like, wow, this is a very good area to short the market. This is a very bad area to short the market. Although it's not really that perfect because there's another block above, right? You can see the block above. So definitely the price will be coming into this place. Yes, I took a very big loss on Thursday here. Yes, I think that was it. Let me see the date. On 9th, that was yesterday, but yeah, yesterday. Yesterday was the day I showed you guys my trade here. It was here yesterday. So I saw this. I did not take the trade off this one. I said it can never ever pick this one. It will want to pick this one. This is just a deceit. This is the one to want to pick. This is the real liquidity here. This is the real liquidity here. So I was waiting. For it to come into this place here. And as you can see, and these were the trades these are type of trades where I always load up because they are like 1000% sure for me. Sure you get. So I was waiting for it seriously. So let me get it clearer. There we go, right there. So this was the trade I was actually waiting for. So I wasn't even expecting, I was just like, okay, let the price do this for me. Let the price come into that place and just start dumping, right? That was my premonition for it. And the price did what? The price actually broke through that place. If I had followed my pattern, I wrote yesterday that I did not follow my plan. If I had followed my plan, I would have waited for the price to come into the POI, come back down, actually give a little break of POI and break below, giving me that chalk there. And then I can now come in and pick up my entry before moving. But I did not wait for all that on the 5, 3 minutes and whatever, because of the way the price has not been doing that. Naturally, the price will just reach there, start going down. And then you'll be expecting the price to come back and pick the OB it creates. It will not pick it. It will just come back into the middle or even in 5% of the FEG and it's gone, right? So I just said, okay, let me join. And then I joined heavily and I got hit. Right? And the price just pushed through that place. So we have, now that the price has pushed through that place, we have breaker block that the price on the 1 hour time frame, that price actually came back into. Obviously, you can see that and moved like that. Now, this is the issues that I might have with selling the market on Monday or Tuesday. I will still sell it anyway. I will still try my luck. If I see my entries and whatever, I'm still going to sell it because it did not break the structure on that Friday. It didn't come to break the structure on Friday. It didn't break the stop. So until we break this stop, I don't think I'll still be looking for buys yet, more buys, even though we are trading above the 200 EMA already, which is bullish. That's a very bullish sign. Trading above the 200 EMA is a very, very bullish sign. Very, very bullish sign. But in the 4 hour time frame, we are not yet above the EMA. Okay, we are still below the EMA. So the EMA, we might still push up to mitigate this OB here before we now start falling, whatever I want to fall. So we still have chance to do a lot of jungle overs here, jungle over. We still have a lot of chance to do a lot of all these movements before it now finally moves up to mitigate this guy here. All right. So I'm still going to be selling. Sorry about that. Sorry if it hurts your feelings. I will still wait for it to push up to this point and sell. So let's go to the 15 minutes time frame and have a better look at it before we now look for another pair to trade. Okay, so this is the OB it created here, right here. This is the OB it created here. And I like it. I like what I see. It looks good. I'm expecting it to just come back into that and pick and go. Even though the market has been crazy about that, I'm expecting to just go in there, pick it and move because it broke above this guy here, broke above this guy here. I'm actively now looking at this breaker block thing very well. I created an area of demand down here, right there, and it broke it and it has come back into that area of demand there, and it created that upward structure, that upward channel moving up. I know what happens when we have a forceful push. Let me draw a pattern here. When we have a push down, a rally down like that, and then we now have this. What you should expect is this. This is what you should expect. And I made a tweet one day about end patterns. The end pattern could be like this, or the end pattern could be like this. Or the end pattern could be like this. The end pattern could be like any of those two, right? So when you see, the end pattern simply is when you see a massive push to the downside, the market will slowly fill it up and then push down again. When you see a massive push to the upside, the market will slowly fill it up and push up again, okay? So that's what I'm expecting from this. The market will slowly fill up this impulsive move on the M15, slowly fill it up. That's what it just did, slowly fill it up, and then you should see another impulsive move to the downside. So that's the move I am actually banking on right now. That's the move I'm actually banking on. Slowly fill it up and then push down to fill up all these points. So when it gets to this place, I might just take profits. Let me see how many pips that is. Let me see, I'll take profits on 50 pips here. I am using 0.5 to take this trade. So this should be about $250. Okay, so I will just, what I'm going to do is, I might never hold that 0.5 to this point. I might take like, if it pulls up and takes me in profit, around 25 pips, somewhere around here, I'm going to be closing like 0.2 out of the trade. And then I'll hold 0.3 to 50 pips, take 0.2 again, and then I'll hold 0.1 TP, because I am not so sure of the move. So I have to be very careful about it. But I will start with 0.5, and if 0.5 takes me out, that's $50 in loss. Okay, that's if I don't mistakenly shift it to 15 pips, but that will just be $75 in loss, whatever. So that is my plan for the trade. Okay, so the market has given us that impulsive move, slowly filling it up, and then I should expect that push to the downside to close this, or to push down to another area of active interest there. There's another area of active interest here. 15 minutes is a very good intraday trading period. This is another area of active interest. This is another area of active interest right there. That tiny one there that was broken, another area of active interest. These are areas where the markets will likely push down to before it continues its rally to the top side. That's if it doesn't break through, but I'm looking at this place before it continues its rally to the upside, if it ever continues its rally to the upside. So mark that end pattern in your mind. Mark it very, very well in your mind, because it's important. So the breaker block, I won't call it a strategy, but the breaker block is what they call it, is a valid thing to look out for in the market from now on. Please, guys, always look out for the breaker block in the market, because it's something that has always been happening, So the pair that I want us to look at now, excuse me, the pair I want us to look at now is Euro GBP. Now, personally, I started trading Euro GBP in 2020. I remember Euro GBP was my favorite pair in 2020. I traded it like, say tomorrow, no day. Okay, and that's the pair I want us to look at again. Now, why do I want us to look at this pair? Hold on. Okay, that's it. Why I want us to look at this pair is because it is not that volatile. You could peak from year to year, and everything you are seeing is just 300 or 200 pips. Like, they plenty, 300 pips, right? If you do the same thing on GJ, this same calculation on GJ, this same distance, you should be looking at 1,000 pips already. Okay, so that's why I want us to look at this, because we can cushion ourselves around the manipulation. So let's do a little bit of backtest on this pair. So let's go to the first things to do. Let me go to Twitter. Come on. Let me go to Twitter first. Oh. All these NFT people sending this thing to me. They're blocked from Dollar Digital. You are not following me. Why are you liking Twitter? Okay, so let's get to the chase quickly. So first off, you come to your this pair, this key level chart that is on my pin tweets. Okay, come to this pin chart on my pin tweets, these key levels, and look for Euro GBP number 9, Euro GBP. That's it. So set it on your own chart. I have obviously set it on my own chart, as you can see. It's on my own chart right there. That's it. It's on my own chart. That's it there. Okay, so always set on your chart. It's always there. The price tend to respect or push towards that area, right? And then mark out basic zones. Now, I don't need to even mark out so much of support, resistance, and all that, because I know that price just moves around these areas, okay? So the only thing I can really try to mark out at this point would be trend lines and all that. And I do that with a very tiny line so that it doesn't even affect my chart. I don't want anything to affect my chart, basically. I really don't like it. I really don't like lines all over my charts. So this is a trend line. There's no need to draw from 2015. This is it right here. So price might just want to pull back into it, blah, blah, blah. So let it be there. That's its business. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so we're on the daily chart now, and yeah. Okay. Daily charts. All these things are not necessary, please. Let us look at the information that we have here. So currently the price is giving us an upward movement. That's the information we need. That's the information we need. We have an upward movement coming here. We know that the price is bearish from this point, from the top here, which is good. But that does not mean we should be looking for sell. It doesn't work that way, right? We all know it doesn't work that way. You can't just be looking for sales blindly. It doesn't work that way. So at this point now, we've broken structures above like that. So we should be looking for buys. We have no business with the major structure. We are not swing traders. We don't care. By the time all of us have $1 million in our account, we start teaching ourselves how to swing trade. For now, we don't. Okay, so here we are on the daily time frame. And the information we are giving, the daily time frame is giving us is there has been an impulsive move to the upside. Very impulsive move. Let's look towards the right, towards the left, and see if there is an OB that price could respect. Around this key level area, there is an OB there on the daily time frame, and still an area of supply that the price could actually want to respect. This point here, the price might want to respect it. Somebody tweeted, he said, all these SFC traders, they are calling engulfing candle order block. He doesn't know anything, because it's not every engulfing candle that are order blocks. Anyways, see how price respected this order block here. Okay, so pushed up, we are expecting to push up, right? And break the structure, and then we might sell maybe to this point, maybe to this point, or whatever. But this is what we have right now. And this is what we are seeing. We are seeing area of imbalances here, area of imbalance here. And if it's on the daily time frame, that means it's a very massive one. Okay, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see any information we can gather from there to pick a trade. Now, what I said in the beginning, that this pair is not that volatile. If you were waiting for a trend line, whatever, and you picked a trade from here and you put your stop, look at on the daily time frame, you can see 21 pips stop loss. If you try this on GJ, this small gap will be 100 pips already. Okay, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame quickly. Now let's see what we can handle from this. Let's see what we can handle from this, what we can get from this. We can see obviously that the price rejected off this place, broke above, broke structures, moved up, mitigated these OBs to show that it's respecting the zone and it wants to ensure that it finishes its job in this area, which it did very well, came in back into it. Love this pair, very respectful pair. Came back into it on the 4-hour and then dropped, filled up the imbalance here nicely, picked up this, the old breaker block, whatever rubbish thing right there, just picked it up, and then that's what it picked actually. It's not the FEG it was filling, it's this one it came to pick. So people that trade FEG will say, now FEG feel it go. It's not feel FEG. Now this one it can't pick, where you go. But let us put the FEG there to satisfy our curiosity. It picks 75% of our FEG. Hooray. So, but this is what it picked. Let's be very clear. And then it pulled up, broke the structure, first broke the structure here, created a church like this, break a structure to the downside, giving us a spring, clearing out all this liquidity here. And this is very beautiful, because if one understood this something right from time and was trading this pair, you would have just known that on the 4-hour time frame, the price will be coming back into this place. And when it does, you are trading it to the upside. You just know you are trading to the upside. Why? Because it did not create any imbalance at the bottom. So waiting define come here when it's left imbalances on the 4-hour time frame, it did not leave any other block here, and it's creating liquidity here. Waiting can define come down here. You are creating liquidity. It did not create other block, and you are creating imbalance, and you must come down. Definitely. So what will you come and pick when you come down? Exactly this guy. This guy is what it will come and pick. And that's exactly what it did. Okay. That's exactly what it did. And then it's pushed up, rejected, came back down, broke this structure here. This is the structure it broke, this very little structure here. Although it's a 4-hour church, that's a 4-hour church there. Came back into the FEG, whatever it is, and then tested this our key level. This is a key level, 50% point of one of our key levels. Tested our key levels nicely. Nobody would have taken trade off this place. I wouldn't have taken the trade. And then it pushed to the upside. And then here we are. Maybe somebody would have tried to take trade off this point, but I wouldn't have on 4 hours, definitely. I wouldn't have taken trade off 4 hours. And then it broke above and then came back down and then moved, created the OB now, a fresh OB. This is the patience I was talking about. Wait for the price to do what it wants to do, then create and do. But we check this on the 3 minutes and 1 minute time frame most of the time. There is no confusion here, none at all. The fact that all of us don't just have enough patience most of the time. Let's get back to work. And then it did this thing and then came back after picking this OB here. Naturally, we say don't take trade off the OB, wait for the price to do its thing, create a fresh order block, and then move. So 2 mistakes that would have happened. You would have picked up, if you were trading on the 4-hour time frame, you would have picked off this, you'd have picked this other block, and it actually came into the other block right here. Look at the 2 rejections there. So you'd have caught some very good pips there. 46 pips. Fair enough. And then it broke down, created another OB here, created imbalance, can see it 1, 2, 3 rejection. That is liquidity, sorry. Liquidity, and then you would have just been able to easily come and pick your trade off this, and you are up to the top side, right? So what will the price do after this point? That is the next thing we want to hear from ourselves. Okay. On the 4-hour time frame, I am seeing this liquidity. I am seeing this liquidity. I am seeing that liquidity there. I've seen that liquidity there. I'm seeing this whole area here. I'm also seeing another area here. Okay. So another area here. If this area would hold, then the price will create liquidity around here. Will build liquidity, break the structure, give us structure, give us liquidity first, break structure, give us another liquidity, so maybe for 3 before coming into this place. If it comes into this place immediately like this, there are chances I will not ever take this trade. Let's go to 1 hour time frame and see what price is actually showing us. We are trading above the 200 EMA on the 1 hour, so it's a good sign to keep on buying Euro GBP. And as we all know, GBP cannot be that strong because there'll be lots of bank holidays, there'll be lots of investors. I don't know. The coin dying is not a good thing, but some people would actually want to tag it as a good thing because, you know, there'll be lots of changes. But mind you, a lot of investors would actually hold back their monies because they want to see what the new guy would implement, whether it will favor them or not. So right now, other pairs might want to beat the GBP to strength. Okay, so GBP might be losing a lot of strength. I made a tweet yesterday, or I dropped it in the community on Twitter, and I was like, this might be the last buy for GBP on GBP USD, because a lot of investors on GBP that should actually make that market buy up to the 200 on H4 would actually be holding back their money right now because they don't want to go into a loss. They don't want to invest in something that will not give them good interest rates or that their money might just be stuck there for a very long time. If you have a lot of money, you will be very calculative. And trust me, I hate Nigeria. I totally hate Nigeria for the fact that we don't get to learn a lot about investment in schools. Even those that are teaching us don't even know anything about investments, right? They don't. That is why the few ones that know about investments are very rich. They can ride on the wave of it. But those of us that don't know about investment are just there in the dark, right? We are just there in the dark. We don't just get sense for this country. But there's a lot that is hidden from the common man in our educational system. And let me divert a bit. Let me digress. The truth is, the British educational system that we adopted when we got our independence was actually made to keep us enslaved. Yes, it was actually made to keep us enslaved. You know, they were the ones that taught us English. White men were my father's teacher. My mom would say when she was in secondary school, white people were teaching her, right? And they created a curriculum that did not match up to their own standard in Britain, because they had to hide some liberating information from the African man. Because if they taught the African man everything about their rights, they would have actually put the African man in problems. Likewise, our constitution as well. You know, our constitution was made to put us in trouble. And when we were reviewing the constitution to 1999, whatever, it was a selfish constitution that was made to make a couple of people rich, to please the British people. Okay, even up to 1999, because that was the first time we entered democracy, right? Until we entered democracy, we are still ruled by the white people. Trust me. But we're just doing agidi, we are just doing strong. And I've read a couple of history books, okay, and I have watched a lot of documentaries. And all these our Chino Achebe and all those guys, they've written some good books. Not Chino Achebe per se, but people from their generation wrote some books about what really happened. Okay. I can't remember the titles, I can't remember their names right now, but I've stumbled on a couple of articles, stumbled on a couple of books that said things like this. And trust me, it is one of those things that have affected most of the African countries. Our constitution, we are not still wise enough yet to refine our constitution in ways that will benefit ourselves. Okay, Agidio Shilanlo, we are using very stupid, strong-head. And investors, back to what I was saying, investors will not want to put their money in this place and be stuck. If it were to be we Nigerians now, we don't know about investment that much. We'll just still pump our money into GBP and say, oh, the queen just died. There will be many good decisions that will make the economy boost. And nobody can just wake up now and be doing economy that will move now. And they will put ourselves in trouble. Our money can just be hooked there and there will be no decision. Even though the decision will end up to be good, our money can be hooked there for 3 months and we won't be doing anything there. Okay, so they might hold on. They might, take my word, might. Somebody can just come out from the blues and put $500 billion in GBP and it will pump. So we don't know. I don't know anybody's mind. But a serious investor would take their money out of GBP right now. So if you are trading Euro GBP, this is what we should be looking at. More buys. Good equal lows there. The market created good equal lows there. Good equal lows that it will take out definitely. If I would have loved if the market gives us a break above, right? It gives us a break above, takes out this liquidity at the top first. Take out this liquidity at the top first. I really love it if market takes out liquidity at the top first, and then now comes to take out all the liquidity here and fill up this imbalance and all that. Okay, fill up this imbalance. There is really no breakout block the market might want to come and pick before moving. So this is the place that the market might just come to, right here, and then we can see more buys from here. And as you can see, from the picking from the 1 hour time frame, you won't even still be spending so much pips. This is 15 pips on the 1 hour time frame. So if you try yourself and refine it down, this is where we'll be targeting 126 pips. And if you refine it very well and you refine it down to the 15 minutes time frame, you will be getting very, very good reward for very good reward actually Very good, very, very good reward, actually. The 15 minutes time frame would be based off of still the same thing anyways. Still the same thing. Only match be by now. Yeah, still the same thing. And then it hits the air, and then you now refine it down to the 5 minutes. It's crazy, crazy. You get a lot. I used to enjoy this pair at a time. It just started becoming very, very choppy. That was why I bumped it. This is where we'll be targeting to pick it from. Here, this is where you'll be targeting to pick it from. If you target that place, okay. If you target that place with your stop loss, you want to put your stop loss below everything. That's 11 pips. But if you want to be stubborn and you want to use our normal type of entry, you have just you have barely 4 pips, and that's a very good risk to reward. That is 1 to 39, about 1 to 39. There, let's just say 1 to 4 pips is enough. 1 to 33, 1 ratio 33. That's a massive. That will be massive if it picks like this and just goes. That will be massive, extremely massive. Okay, so put an eye out for this one. Really put an eye out for this one. And if it does not work, then good luck. So the market might just do this push up for euro, you know, because euro needs to buy, while GBP needs to go and rest. So this is what I'm looking at for now. GBP, Euro GBP. And then finally, we need to look for a pair that does not involve GBP at all. Okay, a pair that does not involve GBP at all. So I'll be looking at Euro card, which I'll be swinging. We've talked about that. And then AUD USD. AUD USD. Now, AUD USD should actually buy, but I think it has peaked at the top, and we might be seeing sales from this point. Let me show you why. I believe you are seeing the why already. I don't trade this pair. That's why I say that I did not put my key levels right here on this pair. It has peaked already. It has already tested our EMA right there, our 200 EMA. It's already close to the 200 EMA. So we should be looking for sales on AUD USD. And I think it's about the same thing with Euro USD as well. You can see that we're looking for sales on Euro USD. And that is why on GBP USD, we have no reason why we should be looking for buys. We should also be looking for sales, right? We don't look for sales because USD should be stronger than GBP. If you check the XY, you can see that USD is looking bullish to me, looking bullish to me. Okay, this is like a support there. If you are looking at it with support, guys of support, USD should go bullish. Maybe a swing down to this place and push to the upside. Maybe because this rejection here took out these lows, and then we should just continue going. Why do we always have this taking of lows? Why is there always take of lows? Why is there always take of highs? I will use Bitcoin to do that analysis for you. Now we're on the 4-hour time frame on BTC. We're on the 4-hour time frame of BTC, and I'm expecting BTC to get to like 23K before it comes down anyway. Now we're on the 4-hour time frame of BTC, and a lot of people have been selling because there has been speculation everywhere that BTC to 10K. BTC to 10K. Even me too, you can see I marked this chart around February this year. I marked this chart around February this year that BTC will go to 8,000. You see where when I marked it? March, okay. Yeah, around February, that was when I marked these things. Around February, I marked this thing. That was when it was still around 36,000 at the time. It's just around all this place at the time when I marked it that BTC is going to 8,000. But entry now, not the problem. Entry now the problem. And then the market started giving us all those nonsense flag behavior. It's a pattern too on bigger time frame. When you have this, create a small channel, this creates a small channel, this creates a small channel, this creates a channel downward, and this creates a channel downward, and this, right? So you have head and shoulder like this and push back to the top side. It's just a random pattern that occurs. And as you can see, the pattern is occurring right now. So we had the push from around 40-something thousand, created a downward channel, right? Created a downward channel and pushed down, created the upward channel, pushed down, created the upward channel, pushed down, created the upward channel. Let me zoom it, let me make it bold. created the upward channel, pushed down, created the upward channel, pushed down, created the downward channel, pushed down, and then created upward channel and just pushed up from there. Pushed up from there. Now I'm explaining that liquidity part to you. Now, this is what happened. The price broke above the 200 EMA. That's why I'm expecting more buys. But USD can be just decide to be strong this week. They realized a lot of people have been selling. Okay, a lot of people have been selling. When they created this pattern, many people must have entered sales from here, put their stop loss there, and targeted the lows, right? Targeted its lows here. And then when people will be targeting 10K actually, where is my something like 10K, something like that, targeting those lows. Many of them will still be in the trade right now. And as soon as the price dropped like that to this point, a lot of people would have put their stop loss at break even, or most likely put their stop loss around here like this. As soon as the price created a fresh channel, now you can go, created a fresh channel and dropped again, a lot of people must have moved their stop loss right above that channel, right above the channel right there. And that is exactly what the price did. There were too many sellers in the market, and some people with a lot of money that don't want you to succeed decided to sweep all of you out. Why are you selling this market? It's too much. You guys are too much. The market cannot continue going down if all of you are in the market selling. And that's what they did. They just pushed it up. They pushed it down first. Pushed it down first to make a lot of people rush into the market and say, oh, we are selling. And right there, took everybody out. Manipulative, totally manipulative. There's nothing technical analysis there. Totally manipulative, all right? Totally manipulative. So take everybody out. It's still going to sell. Definitely still going to sell. Mark my words. It is still going to sell. I expect the price to actually do a little bit of push down to this place and then sell, right? It's still going to sell. But it has to be manipulative first because they don't want you to make money, all right? So this is sweeping people out of the trade. Your stop loss needs to be taken. That is what they are doing. So I was on, where was I? I was on EU or GU. Okay, hold on. No, I was on AUD USD. I can't remember what I was really talking about. Right now, I was trying to explain taking out of liquidity, and I was not on the 4-hour time frame. I was on the 1-hour time frame. Taking out of liquidity. Okay. So price has pushed up. Oh boy, this person. The price has pushed up now, and we have our H4 around 200 EMA right there. Okay, so we should expect sales on AU. It's AU and EU that I might be looking at more this week with Euro GBP. So that's basically what we might see. And put your eyes on breaker blocks, like I've been explaining since. Put your eyes out on breaker blocks. I wrote it somewhere on the chart. Put your eyes out on breaker blocks. Very, very important, especially on the smaller time frames. If it breaks below, breaks through your OBs, put your mind on the breaker blocks. And I don't know if we'll continue. You can put it in the group that we should continue. But I think it was a very good meeting, so a very good class, and I don't want the class to end on us. We have less than a few seconds to go, and I believe we have learned a lot. So go back to your charts, practice on Monday.